What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. Today we're going over the new Prime Resurgence rotation happening in about a week from today. Basically going over what stuff will be farmable, what accessories you can potentially pick up that are not currently available, and things like that. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you're subbed to the channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, and also check out the live stream channel as we do lots of Warframe live streams and some other games every here and there. Alright, so you can go to the Prime Resurgence screen from this menu drop down right here. It's actually quite nice. As you can see, it's Mesa and Limbo, but we're going to go to the actual relay so we can take a good look around at what the situation is there. So basically, Mesa and Limbo are the next to be unvaulted through Prime Resurgence, and it's going to be about 8 days from the day this video is going up. So it's going to be March 2nd, basically. And Mesa and Limbo came with some relatively okay weapons. And one thing, though, the accessories do not look that great, in my opinion. We've got a special, unique helmet for Mesa. It's an actual exclusive Mesa helmet that's only through Prime accessories. And there's a special sigil for Limbo. Besides that, the other stuff is nothing too crazy. So we go over here and look, and we got the Mesa Prime, Limbo Prime, and as far as their weapons, Mesa Prime comes with the Akjagara Prime, and the Redeemer Prime, and Limbo Prime comes with the Piranha Prime and the Destreza Prime. We're going to go over all the accessories and show the weapons, like as far as like what kind of stats they have. And actually the weapons have relatively nice stats, thankfully. So let's start off with Limbo Prime access. So Limbo used to be like actually one of my favorite frames in the game. He has pretty good crowd control abilities, freezing time with stasis, putting an area into the rift, which is his own little pocket dimension thing. And things like that, basically just stopping time. But now that Eximus have been added with Overguard, Limbo is not anywhere near as good as he used to be in most situations. Overguard enemies are not affected by the Rift, not to mention Limbo is usually not damageable in the Rift, but Eximus abilities can damage Limbo in the Rift too, so that's kind of unfortunate. So for Limbo, the main build I usually use is a CC build with a good amount of duration and some range. I have Rift Haven in here to experiment, but you can also do a high power strength Rift Torrent build as well, but it's not really necessary for most situations. Piranha Prime, on the other hand, is a very nice shotgun pistol. This thing is full auto, has good crit stats, and it's usually used in Plague Star to destroy the Hemo site very quickly. It can also be very good for farming Lefantis if you need to get the Necros Helmet ability or whatever. And this thing is actually, I do have a ribbon for it, and I usually think I'm out for crit and corrosive. Yeah, we got corrosive and crit on here, with a ribbon with fire rate, crit damage, and minus zoom. So the nice thing about the Piranha Prime versus the normal Piranha is once you get 3 rapid kills with the Piranha Prime, you get a second Piranha Prime that gives you even more fire rate. So it's kind of weird that it does that, but it's really cool. So if you don't have the Piranha Prime, you never try the Piranha Prime, I would recommend getting it when this Resurgence drops. The Destreza Prime is a pretty powerful weapon, but it's a rapier, and it's just not a weapon type that people really use that often. Mostly puncture focused with okay slash weighting, I suppose. This thing is going to be very hard in the crit department. 32% crit chance, 3x multiplier, really good. 20% status chance. And don't forget as well, rapiers have forced slash procs on finishers. So I have a finisher build right here. This is for using Marked for Death on Ash. You basically mark them for death with the helmet ability and jump on them with the rapier, and it makes an AoE slash proc. Pretty good. But not a must-have, I'd say. A very powerful weapon, but not a must-have weapon. Look at that. With a crit chance mod on here, we're at 120% crit chance with no blood rush applied. So it can be very high crit chance. As far as the accessories with Limbo, let's see if I can remember which one is which. Let's just go over all of them, actually, before we go over Mesa. So we've got the Anten Prime earpiece. So hair is covering it, but it's like these golden earrings, basically. And remember, you can buy the Prime accessories a la carte now, so you don't have to buy like the whole bundles. And the Respa Prime, like gas mask, I guess I'd call it. The Erlang Prime Oculus, so basically a monocle and like I don't even know what I'd call that, like a forehead guard or something. Here's the special Mesa Prime. So let's switch over to the Mesa Prime before the rest of these. There's a special Mesa Prime helmet you can only get if you buy this accessory. So Mesa Prime is going to be a lot more useful than Limbo in most situations, if you ask me. But yeah, this is the Mesa Prime sentient skin, and here's the special helmet. So you could not get this helmet unless you buy this helmet with the Prime Regal Aya. So keep that in mind. This is a very exclusive helmet. If you like it or not, really up to you, but I'm probably not going to buy it as this is only usable on Mesa. It might be usable on Mesa normal, but yeah, Mesa Prime is the one that you're probably going to want to be using it on. So yeah, Mesa Prime is going to be really good. She has lots of builds that you can be used on her. I was just working on a new Nourish build for her, but we've got Clips, we've got Pillage, we got Ensnare, we got Zata's Whisper, we got Energized Munitions. Her first ability, Ballistic Battery, was massively buffed. Ballistic Bullseye Augment got buffed a ton in Veilbreaker. So yeah, Mesa's quite nice now. One thing people don't like about her, or some people don't like about her, is that you have to both mod the frame and her special guns, the Regulator's Prime. These are going to use Prime mods and Forma as well. But of course, you can run Galvanized mods in here and get big damage, so that's pretty nice. But as far as her weapons, the Akjagara Prime, these are slash-focused semi-auto pistols. They have good status chance and okay crit, but mostly slash-weighted, so you can get some good slash procs out of these. But yeah, but they are semi-auto, so you can't just like lay on the trigger. I've had a Riven for this for a long time. I don't even use these things, honestly. But they can pump out some okay numbers. That's not even a maxed out mod for some reason. So yeah, that's going to be the Akjagara Prime. I would say not a must-have weapon, but if you're looking for some slash proc pistols, they can be pretty nice. And then the Redeemer Prime. This thing hits like a frickin' truck. It's got 24% crit chance and 2 multiplier. And the thing you want to look on here is the projectile numbers, not the actual damage. This damage right here is the damage of the blade, because it's a gun blade. If you slice on me with the blade, it does this kind of damage, but if you use the actual projectiles, it's doing this kind of damage right down here. So it's mostly a blast weapon. That's why Shattering Impact does not work on this thing, but it will work on the Sarpa. The shots and projectiles have no impact damage, even though the blade does have impact damage. But as far as this, there's lots of ways you can do it. Heavy attack build is always nice. I've got a 12x build right here. You can do a 2x build. You could do a lot of different stuff. So it's going to really be up to you and what you have. But yeah, this thing can hit very hard. I would say the Stropha and the Chlorophyll are going to be more useful nowadays. And the Vast Block is better for, like, you know, obviously using Shattering Impact and the Sarpa also. But, you know, it's not the worst weapon in the game. It can definitely do some big numbers. If you stack up Blood Rush, you can do some red crits too. And as far as the accessories for Mesa Prime, we got some things like the Chola Prime Sugatra. Sugatras are ugly and annoying, so I wouldn't even bother buying that. We've got the Oblivia Prime Syandana. This one's actually with Limbo Prime. Doesn't really look like a Prime Syandana to me. It just looks like a kind of dorky looking cape with some... It's kind of like rubbery looking, honestly. So I don't know if I'd be buying that. And we've also got the Riftwalker Sigil, which is going to come out with Limbo as well. It's a shiny sigil, but nowadays we have so many shiny sigils, this one's not really as impressive. So, yeah, as far as like the best accessories from this bundle, I'd say that the best is probably these operator accessories. If you even want operator accessories. Keeping in mind, these might not work on the Drifter. Yeah, it says operator, might not work on the Drifter, so be aware of that before you're buying any of this stuff, guys. You might buy it, and it's like, oh, you only use the Drifter and Deviri. Yeah, you just bought a bunch of Prime accessories you can't even use. So, be aware of that. I wish DE would make it where accessories for the Drifter and the Operator both applied, but that's not how it is. So, yep. Either way, I'd say the best gear from this is going to be Mesa Prime herself, the Piranha Prime, and then probably the Strezza Prime. And if you really want the Akjagara and Redeemer, I guess you could go for those two. Basically all good weapons, but not like must-have weapons at all, I'd say. Even the Redeemer Prime is not a must-have. Neither is the Piranha Prime. Just fun weapons. So, I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate the support, and yeah, take it easy. Peace.